Okay, we're going to start. We're going to grab our belonging sheet and our gloves. Everyone put your gloves on. And then we're going to proceed to open the bag. You check the lining of the bag. Make sure you go all the way around the bag very thoroughly. Also, the bag has side pockets. You will also go through that and check the lining of that as well. Check the zipper. Now you're going to put look before you enter because you don't want to get poked. So always make sure that there's nothing that can stick you. We're going to pull anything that can stick us off to the side. You're going to pull that bag out and check every seam around there. Make sure you do that thoroughly as well. We have another side pocket. You're going to open that and check the seam of that. Look before you open. You do not want to get poked by anything. You're going to go around the seam of that as well. Then you're going to open that bungee. Be sure to careful as you're pulling anything out, as you don't want to get any contamination on you. Look what we found. And when you find drugs, you would like to call your supervisor as soon as possible. Go thoroughly around those seams. Continue to go around those seams, you guys. We're going to check the front pocket of the bag. Check the seams as you go. More paraphernalia. You will take that out. They're not allowed to have that. They're also not allowed to have that. Continue to check. We have white residue there that could be possible drugs. Handles of the bag. Check very thoroughly, you guys. Uh-oh, what do we have here? Check them very thoroughly. After you check the handles of the bag, proceed into the cabin of the bag and remove the items. We're just laying the items down before we check them.
And we're gonna look in the bag before we go reaching in.
We are not allowed to have lighters, so you're going to remove that and put it to the pad that we are not allowed to have. Now we're going to check the inside of the cabin of the bag, all of the seams and all of the hidden areas. Continue to check that bag thoroughly. We're going to make sure we go all throughout those seams. Once you're done checking your inside your bag and making sure that it's thorough, we're going to proceed to the items that was in the bag. You're going to check the collar of the shirt. Check the buttons as well. We're going to check all the areas that's easily able to stick something through. Go around the seams of the arms. And just outline that shirt. If there's no also flip the shirt inside out. Continue to check the seams. If no contraband was found, put that in the keep pile. You also document thoroughly what the item is. So you'll put, if it's a navy blue polo shirt, you'll put navy blue Beckett polo shirt in the location with patient. On to the next item. Again, we're going to check all the lining of this item. Remember, you guys, check those seams thoroughly. What do we have here? We're not allowed to have that. We're going to put that in the cannot have pile.
And also, if the item is damaged with hidden contraband, the patient is not able to have.
All right. Going to the storage. You document the item and you place where it is, the location it's going to. They're not allowed to have that, so that will be going into the storage. Also, don't forget to flip it inside out. On to our next item. Again, we're going to check those seams. Do not leave no stone unturned. Now we're on to the collar. Remember, you guys, check the collar thoroughly. Look what we have, more contraband. We're going to remove that and place it in the do not have pile. That shirt is damaged, so that will be going into the storage. Once contraband is removed. We're going to go along that zipper. We're going to flip up any seam that we see that you can lift up. We're going to lift up everything. Go along the creases. And you're going to want to do that with a flat hand. Never grab so you don't poke yourself. Don't forget to flip it inside out. And do the same thing for the front. We're going to continue to thoroughly check this sweater. All right, we're going to put that do not have PAL. Going to the storage. Had a damaged collar, so that will be going into the storage as well. Now we're on to the pants. Again, we're going to check the seam, the waistband of that of the sweats. We're not allowed to have strings. Also, the item is damaged. We're going to check the leg of the pant. What do we have here? We found more contraband, you guys. We're going to remove that. And again, once contraband is found on an item, that item cannot go to the patient. It will be going into the storage. It's okay to ask for help. We retrieve the contraband. Now we're going to turn the pants inside out, you guys. And we're going to do the same as we did the front. That item is going to the Can't Not Have pile. The damaged waistband, ankle band, is going into the storage, also because it has strings. We're going to check this journal. Make sure you flip it on both sides. Open all pages. Oh, look what we found. That is going to the Can't Not Have pile. So just breeze through the pages. Make sure you're checking all the seams, the creases, the cover as well. It also cannot have staples. Or spiral. So we have a pink cheetah journal that is going into the storage. On to our makeup bags. We're going to check those seams. We're going to open that bag and look in there. If possible, flip the bag inside out and check that as well. That is also going into the storage. We have another makeup bag. We're going to check the seams. Check the zipper. Make sure it's a zipper. Turn that bag inside out, you guys. And repeat the same motion. That is also going into the storage. We have a peach, purple, and white makeup bag that is going into the storage in blue. Always be thorough when you documenting the items. On to the makeup. We're going to check each and every last one of those items in that bag. That's contraband, not allowed to have that, due to it being open. We're going to check this as well. Also, make sure that it isn't glass. Uh-oh, can't have that either. Make sure it's makeup, you guys. We're going to open up this lipstick. And also make sure it's lipstick. And look around in there. The razor, we're not allowed to have that either. It's open. That eyebrow pencil, no pencils are allowed. Look around. Make sure it's a pencil. That looks good. We're going to open that. We're not allowed glass. Can't have that. Or the exposed metal. And make sure it's makeup. Open each item, you guys. I'm going to open that and look around. We're going to open this up. Looks good. We're going to check this brush. Make sure the metal isn't loose. We're going to flick the brush. All right. We're going to open this up. It's good. Looks good to me. Look like we found some residue. You cannot have that. That is used, you cannot have that either. And make sure it's chapstick. Well, look what we found. Contraband. We're going to twist that as far as it can go. And shake it as well. On to the home meds. So when you have home meds, you immediately notify your nurse on the unit. We're going to check inside of there. Has a powdery residue. We're not sure about that, so we're going to give that to our nurse. Home meds again. No label. We're going to open that and check that as well. Again, you're going to give that to your nurse. Then we're going to check this. Open up all the boxes. We're not allowed to have that as well. Home markers are also not allowed, but you're still going to open that up and check them. Open them one by one, you guys. Also, check inside of the cap. Uh-oh, what did we find? More contraband. More contraband. Again, do not leave no stone unturned. More contraband. We're going to place that and do not half pow. No plastic bags are allowed. All right, we're going to check these boots. We're going to line the seam. Trace the boot with your hand. If there's buckles, also check that as well. Don't forget to check that zipper. And trace the seam of the boot. Check the heel, make sure that it's attached. If it isn't, they cannot have that. There was also a pill in there. More contraband. Also, look inside of the shoe. We're not allowed to have any strings, so that cannot be. Again, check inside of that shoe. We're gonna stick our hand in there and see if we can lift up. Oh, look what we have here. More contraband. Open the sole if you can. We cannot have that. We're going to check the other boot and do the same. Check the buckles, straps. We're going to check the zipper of the shoe. Let's make sure that it's attached. And it isn't. More exposed sole. We're going to outline the whole shoe, you guys. Remove those socks. Also check the socks. We're going to outline those. Check the other sock as well. That looks a little heavy. What do we have here? Look inside of there. Uh-oh, more contraband. We're gonna turn that sock inside out. We're going to trace the seams again. You have blue residue. From the makeup. They're not allowed to have that. All right, we're going to continue to look inside of the boot now. We're going to stick our hand in there. Remember, do it flat. If you can open up the sole, remember to do that. Not allowed. Here we have a belt. We're not allowed any belts, you guys. We're still gonna check this belt. Rub your hand down the belt. Check any creases. Look what we have here. More contraband. On top of contraband. And the cannot have pal. Okay, we have body wash here. You can't have any opened toiletries. We're gonna open up that, make sure that it's unused, and it is used. Check inside of there. Not allowed to have. Do not sniff. Check the seam of the cap, make sure. What do we have there? More contraband. Onto the deodorant. Shake that bad boy. It is used and we're not allowed, more contraband. We're gonna roll that up. Oh, it can't roll up. You hear that? Cannot have power. I'm gonna go to this facial cleanser. As you can see, it's used. But we're still gonna check this item. And it's also broken. We're gonna check the inside of the contents. More contraband.
There's also a screw down in there.
And the cannot have pal. We have a wallet. We're going to check the contents of this wallet. Remember to check each flap, you guys. Open up the zipper. Check inside. More contraband. Cannot have that. Cannot have that either. After you remove the contents, check the lining of the inside of the bag. Open it and check again. Each flap. Contraband. All right, remember to check all the creases, you guys. They cannot have that. It'll go into the safe. All right. And here you have the thoroughly documented items and their location.